Hi, welcome to the channel. My name is Andy and this week we're talking about the FX30 Nauticam housing. Now I've been using this for quite a number of months now. I've been using it at Heron Island on several dives, snorkels, freediving, and I've also taken this with me to the Maldives where I've filmed all my recent videos from the Maldives on this very setup. I am going to give you my honest opinion of the housing. I am not sponsored by Nauticam. They have not sent me this at all. I've paid with this all with my own money, and this is just purely my own opinion of the housing, so take it how you will. I will not be going over technical specs. If you want technical specs, then just go on their website. It has all of the technical specs listed. I don't need to go over them here. This is purely just what I think about the housing. Now let's start with the overview of the actual body of what I got here. So I've got the body of the housing right here. I've also got the extension ring which works with my lens. Depending on the lens that you're using, you will need to interchange that extension ring. I also have the 28-60 lens, which is purpose built for this dome, which is a WACPC, a wide angle conversion port compact. Now with this setup, I can shoot basically macro and I can also shoot wide angle underwater, which is an absolute game changer for what I do. Getting those detailed shots of fish's eyes, getting up close into the school without scaring them away and being able to keep that safe distance. Absolute game changer. Absolutely love using this housing at the moment. Now the button design is absolutely fantastic. All the buttons are laid out in an area where they're easy to get to when you're holding on with two hands. So once you're holding on, for instance, you've got your trigger on the side here, you've got your zoom gear over on the side. I've got record straight back here on my thumb. You can see all the other buttons, how they're laid out. Super simple to use, and then on top as well, I've got my button layouts there. Very, very simple, very easy, and they're easy to find when you're underwater filming, which is the main thing. Now to get into the housing, you do have the Cine lock, I believe it is. Other versions of the camera, they'll have two buttons on the side and then you flick a lever out on either side and the whole back plate comes off. With these Cine locks, they don't fully come off, they just open like a nice little door. Now the base plate is super nice to use. You just flick out this little lock and the base plate pulls out. It does come with a little thumb drive here. So that way you can easily screw that into the base of your camera. And then to get it in, you just slide it straight into the camera like so. Lock that into place so your camera's not going to jiggle around inside the housing. And then you just want to activate your vacuum and your water detection system. Once that's all done, close up your housing. And this blue light will then tell you that you're ready to go and everything with the housing is a-okay. To pump out and get a vacuum seal, you need to undo your screw, and you can install these anywhere there is an M14 port. There's plenty of instructions in the Nauticam documents that they give you on how to actually do this. But basically you just take that cap off once it's installed, pump out all the air, so you'll see the light here go from blue to yellow, flashing fast, then flashing slow when it's almost vacuumed, and then green once it's ready. Now the volume in this housing is very minimal and it actually pumps super fast. I've had other housings where you're pumping for like a good minute before you actually get a seal. So to have that in only a few pumps, super easy. Once you're done, all you got to do is undo that cap again, push down on this little red button, and you're watching that light go from yellow to red, and that's also what you'll see underwater if you have a failure of your housing. To date, I've never had a housing fail on me from Nauticam or Maralux, so very happy with these results. Cap goes back on, and then to turn it off, you just turn that button back off. Now the one thing I did like about Nauticam compared to Maralux. Maralux has a little push button for their on-off system on their vacuum port system, which is very similar. But there's something about this like a little toggle switch. That just, it's just that little bit extra satisfying to have. It is awesome. I love it. It's the little things, you know. Now, underwater, using this underwater is an absolute dream. It is a little bit dome heavy, being that all the weight is in the WACP. But when you've got it underwater and you're holding it, it is quite level. And you're not fighting to keep it up or down or anything like that. It does have that slight negativeness that I was talking about before. But overall, you can barely feel it, and being able to shoot for hours a day and not get worn out from holding this thing, absolutely the best. Now, I also have 2 lights that I run on here with 2 float arms. So that does help balance out the camera as well. So it's super easy. I can pretty much go in with one hand and barely do anything. It's amazing. Absolutely love this housing. Well, that's pretty much the entire housing and what I think about it. If you want to know more about this housing, jump onto Nauticam's website and check it out for yourself. Otherwise, if you want me to do some more demo work underwater or go more into detail about the actual housing in different situations, then make sure you pop that into the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.